What if I told you that your favorite celebrity might have lived hundreds of years ago? From actors who look like ancient warriors to pop stars with twins in old mugshots, we found 33 celebrities who look exactly like people from history. And some of these are so identical, it's actually creepy. First, Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, the actor we all know from The Matrix and John Wick, looks almost exactly like Paul Mounet, a French actor and doctor from the 1800s. When people saw old black and white photos of Paul, they were shocked. He has the same calm face, mysterious eyes, and even the same beard style. Some fans joke that Keanu might be immortal because he never seems to age, and this look-alike from over 100 years ago only adds fuel to that theory. 2. Nicolas Cage. A photo from the 1870s shows a man from the Civil War era who looks exactly like Nicolas Cage. The eyes, the hairline, the expression, everything is nearly the same. The picture was found in Tennessee, and people started saying Cage might be a time traveler. While that's just a fun theory, the resemblance is hard to deny. Some folks on the internet even tried to sell the old photo, claiming it proves something supernatural. Üçüncü, Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway is known for her roles in The Princess Diaries and Les Miserables. But fans have noticed she looks incredibly similar to Jeanette Jerome, the American-born mother of Winston Churchill. Jeanette was known for her beauty, elegance, and charm in the late 1800s. And when you compare their photos side by side, it's kind of surreal. Same soft eyes, strong jawline, and graceful smile. 4. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is one of the funniest actors ever, but something super weird happened online. An old black and white photo from the 1920s started going viral because the guy in it looks just like Eddie. The photo was taken in Harlem, and no one knows who the man actually is, but the resemblance is crazy. Same face, same smile, and even the same eyes. People online started joking that Eddie Murphy is a time traveler, or a vampire who never ages. Sinkyam. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence is known for The Hunger Games, but fans were shocked when they discovered an old photo of Zubaida Tharwat, an Egyptian actress from the 1960s. Zubaida was super famous in her time, and she looked almost identical to Jennifer. Same eyes, lips, and classy vibe. The resemblance is so strong, it's almost like Jennifer time traveled to the past to become a movie star all over again. When people put their photos side by side, it was hard to tell who was who. 6th, Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah is known for her music, acting, and total boss energy. But guess what? There's an old photo from the 1940s of a jazz singer who looks just like her. The woman in the picture isn't famous, but she has the same smile, face shape, and confident look as Queen Latifah. People online started sharing the photo saying, "She's been around forever." It's pretty wild to think there was someone who looked just like her back in the day. And just when you think it can't get more surprising, wait until you see this action hero's twin from the battlefield. 7. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis, the action star from Die Hard, has a face that screams tough guy. But did you know there's a photo of a soldier from World War II who looks exactly like him? It's from an old archive, and when people saw it, they couldn't believe how much they looked alike. Same jawline, same serious stare, and even the same bald head. It's like Bruce went back in time to fight in the war. 8. Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a hip-hop legend, but he might have a historical twin from the 1930s. There's an old black and white photo of a man in Brooklyn who looks just like him. The guy is even wearing a hat and coat that makes him look like a boss, just like Jay-Z today. The photo is held at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture, and when it went viral, people were freaking out. Some joked that Jay-Z is immortal or has been living in secret for centuries. 9. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey is known for his chill voice and roles in movies like Interstellar and Dallas Buyers Club. But there's an old Civil War photo of a Confederate soldier who looks exactly like him. Same eyes, same face shape, same everything. When the photo showed up online, people started joking that Matthew must have been around during the 1800s. Gisonta Maggie Gyllenhaal. Maggie Gyllenhaal, known for her smart and artsy movie roles, has a historical twin named Rose Wilder Lane. Rose was a journalist and writer in the early 1900s, and she also happened to be the daughter of Little House, On the Prairie author Laura Ingalls Wilder. When people compared old photos of Rose to Maggie today, it was spooky. They have the same thoughtful eyes, calm face, and even similar hairstyles. 11. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, the funny guy from The Tonight Show, has a surprise twin from history. Mahir Çayan, a Turkish revolutionary from the 1970s. When people saw Mahir's photo, they were shocked at how much he looks like Jimmy. Same messy hair, same face, even the same wide-eyed look. Of course, their lives were super different. Jimmy tells jokes, and Mahir led a political movement. But the resemblance is crazy. 12th, Elijah Wood. Elijah Wood, best known as Frodo from The Lord of the Rings, looks a lot like a boy from the 1800s. There's an old daguerreotype photo, a really early kind of picture, that shows a kid with huge blue eyes and Elijah's exact facial features. It's kind of eerie. The boy looks quiet and intense, just like Elijah in a lot of his movies. People online started joking that he's been around for centuries or might secretly be a vampire. Speaking of eerie resemblances, this next one isn't just spooky. It might make you think your favorite pop star lived a double life in the 1800s. 13. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake, the pop star from NSYNC and hits like Can't Stop the Feeling, has a twin from way back in the 1800s. But not just any twin. A criminal? An old mugshot shows a man who looks exactly like him, right down to the hair and smirk. The photo is from a crime archive, and nobody knows what the guy did, but it's pretty wild to think Justin has a twin who might have been on the run back then. 14. Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin is a famous actor, but apparently he also has a presidential twin. He looks a lot like Millard Fillmore, the 13th president of the United States. When people saw old paintings and photos of Fillmore, they immediately thought of Alec. Same nose, same serious face, and even the same hairline. It's kind of funny to imagine Alec playing Fillmore in a movie because he honestly wouldn't need much makeup. 15. Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom, the guy we all loved in Pirates of the Caribbean and Lord of the Rings, has a historical twin who was a Romanian painter named Nicolae Grigorescu. He lived in the 1800s and was super talented with a paintbrush. But his face? Total match with Orlando. Same eyes, same nose, and even that dreamy artistic vibe. When fans saw the comparison, they were amazed. 16. John Travolta. John Travolta, the star of Grease and Pulp Fiction, has a twin from the 1860s. An old photo of a man from that time shows someone who looks just like him. Same face shape, same stare, and even similar hair. The photo is black and white, super vintage, and totally went viral online. People started joking that John Travolta is a time traveler who's been popping in and out of history. 17. Peter Dinklage. Peter Dinklage, the actor from Game of Thrones, looks just like Don Sebastian de Mora, a court dwarf from 1600s Spain. There's an old painting of Don Sebastian, and the resemblance is crazy. Same intense eyes, same face shape, and even the same serious vibe. De Mora was painted by the famous artist Velázquez and was part of the Spanish royal court. 18. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone, the tough guy from Rocky and Rambo, has a surprising historical twin, Pope Gregory IX, who ruled the Catholic Church way back in the 1200s. There's a painting of the Pope that looks a lot like Stallone. It's actually kind of funny because one's a Hollywood action hero and the other was a religious leader from the Middle Ages. That was wild, right? Well, get ready. This next face match will make you do a double take between a Hollywood host and a deep-thinking philosopher. 19th. Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres is known for her comedy and daytime talk show, but she also looks a lot like Henry David Thoreau, the famous writer and philosopher from the 1800s. Thoreau wrote about nature, simple living, and thinking deeply, basically the opposite of Ellen's bubbly TV personality. But their faces? Super similar. Same nose, same mouth, same eyes. It's weird how much they look alike, even though they lived such different lives. Dvadshioti Rupert Grint. Rupert Grint, who played Ron Weasley in Harry Potter, has a historical twin named Sir David Wilkie. He was a Scottish painter in the 1800s, and when you look at his portraits, it's like seeing Ron with a paintbrush. The red hair, pale skin, and kind face are almost exactly the same. Fans found the comparison hilarious, and started calling him Painter Ron. 21st, Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti, the actor known for playing deep, dramatic roles, has a really unexpected twin, William Shakespeare. Yes, that's Shakespeare. When people put their faces side by side, it's actually kind of crazy how much they look alike. The same eyes, nose, and even the slightly confused but genius vibe. Of course, Shakespeare lived in the 1500s and wrote some of the most famous plays ever, while Paul is out here making movies. 22. Michael Cera. Michael Cera, the super awkward and funny guy from Superbad and Juno, has a look-alike from a WW2 photo. But don't worry, it's not Hitler. It's just a random German soldier who happens to look exactly like him. Same skinny face, same confused stare, and same overall vibe. When people saw the old black and white photo, they were shook. It's weird seeing someone who looks like Michael Cera in full military uniform from the 1940s. 23rd, Jack Black. Jack Black, the wild and hilarious actor from School of Rock, totally looks like this barber from an old 1900s postcard. The man has the same chubby cheeks, big smile, and energetic eyes. He even looks like he's about to tell a joke or start singing. When the postcard resurfaced online, people started calling it Jack Black's past life. It's not confirmed who the barber was, but the photo is so spot on that it feels like Jack's been making people laugh across centuries. 24th, Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis, the funny guy from The Hangover, has a seriously fancy historical twin, Louis Vuitton, the actual founder of the luxury fashion brand. Sounds wild, right? But look up a portrait of Louis Vuitton and you'll see it. The beard, the serious but kind face, and that classic Zach expression. It's like if Zach stopped doing comedy and started designing handbags in the 1800s. That was luxury-level doppelganger energy. But hold up, our next celeb match might be the funniest one yet. And yes, it involves a high school girl from the 60s. 25th, Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the biggest stars ever. But his twin? A high school girl from the 1960s named Judy Zipper. No joke. A black and white yearbook photo popped up online, and the girl in it looks exactly like Leo. Same eyes, same face shape, same little smile. It's wild. When people saw the photo, they freaked out and joked that maybe Leo is a time traveler or Judy was in a past life. 26. Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, the actor known for his wild personality and roles in 2.5 Men, has a look-alike who is anything but funny. John Brown, a radical abolitionist from the 1800s. Brown was super serious and fought to end slavery, and in his portraits, he looks a lot like Charlie. Same strong jawline, deep eyes, and intense stare. It's kind of cool and creepy at the same time. While Charlie lives in Hollywood, John Brown lived on the battlefield. 27th, Jason Segel. Jason Segel, the tall and funny guy from How I Met Your Mother, has a look-alike that no one expected. Young Joseph Stalin. Yup, that's Stalin. Back when Stalin was young, he had thick wavy hair, a sharp jawline, and serious eyes. And honestly, he looked like he could have been in a sitcom. Side-by-side photos of Jason and young Stalin are so close, it's kind of freaky. 28th, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, the guy who created Facebook, has a royal twin from the 1300s, King Philip IV of France. Look up a painting of Philip and you'll see it. Same facial shape, same expressionless stare. And that tech genius who's thinking too much. Look, it's actually pretty funny to imagine the king ruling a kingdom while thinking about algorithms. The internet had a blast with this one, calling Zuck the king of social media. Who knows, maybe running Facebook really is the modern-day version of ruling a country. 29th, Christian Bale. Christian Bale is known for completely transforming for movie roles, but even he probably wasn't ready for this transformation. A real-life Civil War soldier who looks just like him. There's a formal portrait of a young soldier from the 1860s, and when people saw it, they thought it was a Christian in costume. Same cheekbones, same piercing eyes, even the intense vibe. The photo feels like a movie still, which makes sense because Christian Bale could totally play this guy in a film. 30. Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant, The charming British actor from movies like Notting Hill has a doppelganger in Oscar Wilde, the famous writer and poet from the 1800s. Wilde was known for being witty and clever, just like the roles Hugh usually plays. And their faces? Pretty much a copy-paste. Same hair, same fancy look, and that smart guy smile. It's almost too perfect. If they ever make a new Oscar Wilde movie, Hugh wouldn't even need a costume fitting. He's already got the look down. 31st, Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien, the super tall and hilarious late-night host with that wild red hair, has a twin from the 1800s named Marshall H. Twitchell. Twitchell was a politician from Louisiana during the Reconstruction era. When you see his photo, it's kinda shocking. Same ginger hair, long face, and even a bit of that awkward, smart guy energy. People online said it's like Conan went back in time to test out politics before comedy. 32nd, Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield, the actor from The Amazing Spider-Man and Tick, Tick, Boom, looks a lot like Leon Trotsky, the Russian revolutionary. Trotsky was one of the big names in the Russian Revolution and helped start the Soviet Union. Their faces match surprisingly well. Same sharp eyes, messy hair, and intense stare. It's funny to imagine Andrew, who's so sweet and chill, as a revolutionary leader yelling speeches in Russian. 33rd, Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch, the brilliant actor from Sherlock and Doctor Strange, has been compared to William Shakespeare before. But there's another old painting of Shakespeare that looks even more like him. The same long face, serious eyes, and classy English vibe are all there. People online joke that maybe Benedict is just Shakespeare reborn to keep performing epic lines, this time on camera instead of stage. Do you think time travel is real, or are these just wild coincidences? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, wait till you see our next video on celebrities with secret royal bloodlines. It's even crazier.